Hey all, so this is Rod here with another First Descendant video, and today we're going to be talking about the patch 105 update, which brings us both good and bad news. So be sure to leave a like, subscribe and watch this video till the end, because we're going to be covering a lot of things in this patch. Alright, so as you all know, they've added a new Descendant that you could play, Luna.
Are you excited to be here at my show? Hope you all enjoy it and have fun.
Is it just me or does her neck look long? Anyways, she's not actually new because you'd actually meet her in the middle of the story through the game. Of course, some of us saw this coming, and well, in this patch we've got to take a closer look at her abilities. So let's take a look at that really quick. Her passive skill is improvisation. Using any skill increases inspiration gauge, which allows Luna to use enhanced skills. So basically it's kind of the same as Ajax, where he also gets to use the enhanced ability after using some skills. Her first ability is Stage Presence. Using the skill changes Luna's weapon to a unique weapon. Performing the notes in time to the music by using skills or hitting monsters stacks and increases her skill power modifier. Okay. The second skill is Passionate Stage. Although it's named as Exciting Act in the game. Using the skill makes Luna play upbeat music, increasing the skill power modifier of Luna and her allies. So she gets the skill power modifier on her first and second ability. Interesting. Gaining the enhanced effect increases the skill power modifier even more, and increases the skill critical hit rate and damage of allies. Okay, so this gives a really good damage buff for her and her team. Her third skill is Relaxing Act. Using the skill makes Luna play relaxing music. Hitting the enemy with note grants an effect that instantly recovers the MP of Luna and her allies. Gaining the enhanced effect increases MP recovery and reduces skill costs, so you get a nice reduction on the skill cost and MP recovery with the enhanced version of the skill. It's pretty neat, lots of buff that she could provide for her team. And then finally, her fourth skill, Delightful Stage. Again, I'm not sure why it says Delightful Stage in the patch note, but in the game it's called a Cheerful Act. Probably a mistake. Using the skill makes Luna play delightful music. Hitting the enemy with the note increases inspiration gauge and decreases the skill cooldown of allies. Gaining the enhanced effect increases the inspiration gauge even more and immediately resets the cooldown of allies. So this one's really good because she can easily get the enhanced effect and also reset the cooldown, which would work wonders for certain descendants, you know. So yeah, basically she's a full support here, granting buffs while also playing different type of music, like the upbeat music for her second ability, relaxing music for her third, and the delightful music for her fourth. I don't know, but if you're really into music, you'd probably enjoy this, and she really reminds me of Sona from League of Legends. Just one with a pistol in her hand and not a musical instrument. Pretty neat overall, lots of buffs, and I think she would play a great role for anyone who wants to deal maximum damage on a boss. She's also going to be really useful to boost that player up. So yeah, she's your ultimate DJ support character, spinning tracks and making your team OP in the process. Let's not forget they've also added Ultimate Valby into the game, which you can either buy or craft, you know, after you're done grinding for your mats. They've also changed some of the modules for Valby. The spiral tidal wave no longer bounces and instead goes in a straight line. And the hydro pressure bomb module, Valby just leaps forward and deals damage to the enemies around the landing area. You can farm for the ultimate Valby by getting the new amorphous materials they've added into the game, which I guess a lot of players in the end game will be farming for right now. A new Hardmode boss has also been added into the game, Gluttony, which is awesome. Can't wait to fight him soon, and the boss drops a new set of external components which grants toxin resistance, and the full set gives you MP recovery on hitting targets with a skill's unique weapon that increases the duration and MP heal modifier. For those of you who love a good dress up, new products have been added. We've got a new pool party skin and some other cosmetics, but honestly I'm not here to judge your fashion sense. But here comes the big part of the patch, which is the hotfixes. Oh boy. Here's a quick rundown for you guys. You can no longer change the loadouts, presets and modules during battles and operations. They added a way to collect all lost and found items all at once in the mailbox, which is pretty cool. I like that. A new camera shake option added for those who prefer their screens to have an earthquake. They made it easier to search for modules and such for console players. Saving a preset now automatically registers equipped items as attached items. Added an image to some items in the graphics option to show what they do. Finally, you won't have to play the guessing game of what does this do when tweaking settings. You can now use a filter to register the only selected modules for dismantling it, which is great. They simplified the module combining animation above. And now you'll return to the materials tab after starting a research. Oh, and they also added the iconic red dots to notify us when we acquire paint, weapon or new Descendant skins, because red dots are more motivating than actual mail. Freyna gets a buff on her poison contagion range. The max range of Valby skill goes up to 250% now instead of 200. The max range of blast skills goes up to 250% now instead of 200. He's still pretty weak. VS's Glacial Cloud mod now triggers instantly because waiting is so lost here. They only added one new module, the Arch Concretion, which basically decreases your movement speed attack every time a skill is used but stacks up defense and MP. For equipments, they added a new feature that allows single shot and burst weapons to fire automatically when the button is pressed and held down. A new ultimate weapon called the Peacemaker has been added. Using a dimension skill grants the single reload for peace effect. At maximum stacks, the single reload for peace effect enables you to fire the loaded ammo in a single quick burst when taking an aim shot. Okay, so that's the ultimate ability for this new ultimate weapon. They also increase Enduring Legacy's critical hit damage from times 1.7 to 2.3, so this really gives the weapon an amazing buff. As an LMG user, I'm really happy. They increased the amount of void shards that can be acquired from special operations by about 7 times. That's actually great because it's really a pain in the ass to farm for the void shards multiple times. By the time you're doing these special operations over and over again, you'd memorize the entire voice lines of that mission, which is ridiculous. You can no longer spend void fragments when starting up the fusion reactor. You'll now be required to use those fragments only when the reconstructing device is used to add the fusion reactor. The Agna Desert Vespers, Echo Swamp, White Knot Gulch, Hagios, and Fortress Fields now have 100% chance to spawn encrypted vaults at spawn. That's really nice, but they should really give us an effective way to farm for ultra precision code breakers, because trying to build an Enzo without the codes is the most painful experience a player could have. So here comes the good part, drop rate improvement plans. So they plan to introduce a guaranteed drop system where you're guaranteed to get the item that you want after repeating the activity a certain number of times. Hopefully not too many times, but still this right here is a win. Guaranteeing that we get what we are seeking for is a definite help when you've been farming for the same item for a long period of time and still haven't received whatever you are after. No longer will you have to wonder if the game is actively conspiring against you. The days of praying to our Jesus are over, sort of. Because at the point you're done with like 30 runs of the same mission and you still didn't get what you were after, this actually really helps us. Hopefully they also increase the drop rate chances to like 10% and above instead of like 1.5%. There's a lot of bug fixes, so I'll go through the ones that are really important. They fixed an issue where restarting an intercept battle, infiltration operation or special operation after completing it would not matchmake you with allies who apply to restart with you. Glad that's fixed now. Fixed an issue where Lepi could trigger the overkill skill at 0 MP while equipping the increased efficiency module. Fixed an issue where DBNO allies rescued by Eugene could not use any skills for a short period of time after their rescue. Fixed an issue where Enzo's shoot support was not applied to allies. Fixed an issue where Bunny's maximum power skill sound was messed up. Yeah, this was a funny experience because I've seen a lot of Bunny players, whenever they use the ultimate ability, it almost sounded like someone's PC was about to blow up. Fixed an issue where the ultimate weapon Thunder Cage's unique effect would deal more than 1.3 times the damage when monsters were clustered. Instead, electric shock waves now deal 2 times damage regardless of the number of enemies. Fixed an issue where Valby's tidal wave module would not properly stack finishing attack when piercing an enemy. Fixed an issue where equipping Ajax's body enhancement module would have different final results value depending on when it was saved. Fixed an issue where if the matrix recomputation module was equipped by Ajax, the shield would recover every time, and after a very short while the shield started at 50%. Fixed an issue where the Pitmaster passive would remain indefinitely when Blair removed the classic chef module while the flame zone was in effect. I'll leave a link in the description below for this entire patch note if you want to read more of these bug fixes, because there's a lot and I don't think I could cover all of them. The lead dev spoke about all the problems players have and said that they are adding changes to the game, which is great. I'm glad the devs are listening and taking note while trying their best to fix a lot of issues, and overall this patch is actually pretty solid. We've got more bug fixes than a pest control convention, a new hard mode boss that's actually just waiting to squash our egos, a fresh weapon for those who think is the best sound ever, and a shiny new module that we'll all pretend to understand. But basically it just makes you tankier and slower than a tortoise in the end. But But here's the thing, they've still got some work to do. It's like ordering a deluxe pizza and realizing they forgot the pepperoni. Sure, it's good, but it could be amazing. They definitely need to add trading into the game. Players have always been wanting this. We need separate chat tabs for bosses, farming, and maybe even just for friends. Who knows, people might actually start talking in the game instead of pretending everyone else is an NPC. Because the local chat in this game is deader than my social life. And another great update would be to reduce the time needed for researching. Because it's crazy to wait that long for research to be done, unless you're willing to spend real life money over it. There's a lot of microtransactions in this game, some which are way too expensive, but let's hope that they add some free earnable calibers in the battle pass, so we don't have to mortgage our homes for a virtual weapon. Shoulder switch function would be another great thing to add into this game, giving us better angles when firing. They should also allow players to be able to change mod sockets. Switching would be either free or cost little, because 12 catalysts per descendant and 10 per weapon is a serious grind. Like seriously, man. Even leveling up multiple times back and forth is insane enough for me. They should also remove the cinematic from completing a research. I mean, it's a cool cinematic, but after the 20th time, I'm pretty sure that I could act it out in my sleep. It's like watching the same unskippable ad over and over again. The loadout should also not be shared across different descendant, because it's a pain to swap descendant and use presets. Preset loadouts can still exist alongside, but equipped items should be independent. Seriously, it is so annoying to just, switch to a different descendant and you still have the same loadout as the first descendant that you were playing as. Finally, let's talk about ammo. Every time we teleport to a different map, we lose 100 reserve ammo. It's like the game decided it was time for a diet plan, but instead of carbs, it's our bullets that are getting cut. We need full clips and full reserves every time we enter a new map, plus a little ammo after defeating a fusion reactor boss wouldn't hurt either. We're always out of ammo after fighting it, and the only way to get your ammo back is to quickly do a side mission. But yeah, that's all there is for this entire update. Covered a lot of things, and things that they hopefully plan to improve in the future as well. Let me know what you think about this update overall, and if there's something you wish they changed in the game, drop a comment. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more videos. Thank you for watching, and I hope you're having an amazing day.